On today's episode of Top Notch Pod, we will be listening to the stories of individuals affected by 9/11.
I'm here today with 3 other individuals from families that were affected on September 11th, 2001. We are here today to discuss the hardships that we went through after the 9/11 attacks. Each person affected has their own story to tell, but each story comes down to the fact that families were not helped to the fullest potential that they could have been.
My husband was working in the towers on September 11th, 2001, and was unable to get out in time. He was the primary provider for my family, and losing him was a huge emotional and financial tragedy for our family. The government did not jump in to help us, and we instead had to file a claim for compensation for the loss of my husband.
A loved one of mine was also in the towers on 9/11. He made it out alive with injuries that were not as severe as other people's. Because of this, we received a smaller compensation. This obviously helped with our financial burden, but it was nothing in comparison to the mental burden that my loved one was faced with. It was such a traumatic experience, and the mental toll it took on him will last forever. He was offered no mental help after the attacks.
I lost my father in the 9/11 attack. He was a huge part of our family and is missed every day. The reason he was unable to make it out was because he decided to risk his life in order to save those around him. He was truly a hero. The only recognition he received for his heroic duties was his name on a memorial. My family and I obviously appreciate this gesture. However, it doesn't feel like enough. My father's name in a memorial is surrounded by all of the others who were lost.
I was in the towers on September 11th. I was close to the bottom floor and was able to make it out in time. Although I made it out alive and with minor injuries, I was out of a job. This seriously affected my family financially. We received very minor compensation, and we were financially burdened for months. The government could have done so much more to help my family, but they didn't.
Although the government did provide us with resources, we believe that there is more that could have been done.
For example, mental health professionals could have been provided for the individuals and the families that were affected.
There could have also been more recognition given to those lost and a greater way for their lives to be honored.
We hope that the government can take these factors into consideration and that families can be accommodated to better in case of a future tragedy. Thank you for your time.